Gruplar ve bölgelerden birkaç tane kayıt almadan yaptım. Şimdi ana görev. Pay. Allah'ım nasıl keşfedil... Tam yok bir şey.
Didn't Redornis...
Dash, those things the Antam are becoming, rivers. What do you know? End this!
It's kind of deep. Solid! Hey, we had a thing.
Dash, those things the Antam are becoming, rivers. What do you know about them?
Nothing. Normal Qunari don't do crap like that. But I can kind of see it for the Antam.
How?
Antam only care about being bigger and stronger. Of course they'd serve the gods and turn into monsters.
It's going to make clearing them out of Treviso a challenge.
Good thing the crows are there.
We going anywhere? I'm getting stiff.
Buraya kaçıncı gelişim? Her seferinde hala da keşfedilmedi diyor. Kafayı yiyeceğim.
Why did Morrigan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed, but today we have a guest, and he needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the man who led us all.
It's an honor to meet you.
Relax, I won't be trying to arrest you like the first warden.
You heard about that?
Dorian Parvis is an old friend. He filled me in.
Indeed, you have had many eyes upon you, Rook.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain.
We've been doing what we can, but I'll be honest. Right now it feels like we're in over our heads.
You've already faced setbacks, you'll face more. Your actions will have consequences.
Did you see what happened to the Viper? We know all about consequences.
Such thinking is a trap you can ill afford. The Viper was blighted because of Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain, but the city of Treviso was saved because of you.
I wasn't ready to become the Inquisitor. I wasn't ready to have to choose between helping Templars or mages, or decide the fate of every Grey Warden in southern Thedas. Eventually, when the choices I made caught up with me, I turned the Inquisition over to the Chantry, rather than create even bigger problems. Maybe someday you'll face the same situation. But I'm asking you not to worry about that future until we have one. Right now, we need you to stop the gods.
All right. I'll do my best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do his best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. He has not been idle while you assembled your team.
If the South is in such turmoil, why come up here just to talk? And how did you get here so fast?
Did you think you were the only one to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians?
Morrigan helped the Inquisition use the Illuvians to travel.
While I lack the Dreadwolf's vir of us, I may still scurry between the walls of this world to be where I might do the most good. The Inquisitor asked to meet you, and I thought it might help you to meet him.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south?
Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Orlais. Valroyo and Helem Shiral are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marches have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Maker, we didn't know. My ma...
Don't worry. I talked to the Divine and your mother's safe with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might just be an
Divine'la
arm of the
konuştum
Chantry
dedi.
now.
Tanrı ile konuştum
But
demedi.
we've still done our part to get people to fight this threat together. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori help make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. He brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette? Something to do with Solus?
I found
Solas'ın
it right around
Allah
the time
belasını
Solus's
versin.
ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him, somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
I appreciate it. Solus has been helpful while he's trapped in the Fade, but anything that can help me get inside his head will help counter him getting inside mine.
Wisely spoken. Solus rarely lies directly, but he finds ways to weave the truth into a noose you find yourself wearing.
Morrigan is right. Solus is dangerous. Anything that gives us some insight into his plans. He fooled us all before, and the whole world very nearly paid the price for it.
You should
Aynen
go,
öyle.
Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Korkunç kurdun pişmanlıkları. O ne? Hızlı üzerine. Yanlış bir şeyler var. Bakalım yanlış bir şeylere. Yanlış ne olabilir? Dünya aynı dünya. Oh, burada da bir sürü görev varmış.
Rook, welcome to the Hossberg wetlands. I'd say make yourself comfortable.
This place is...
Foreboding?
Yes. Well, foreboding is normal here, but it's worse than usual.
The Blight's always a problem in the Anderfels. It's not strange to find a corrupted patch of forest or swamp.
What is strange is the sudden surge of blight through the Hossberg wetlands. Much like the village you found, the blight here struck too quickly, and in strange forms.
It's choked the whole area, and the local village, Lavendel, was caught in it. But they're survivors. We can be grateful for that.
It only gets worse from here.
We've got the same feeling.
As far as we can tell, the gods you're chasing weren't here directly.
If the Blight's really changed, then the changes are widespread. As for how much?
I can almost sense something in there. Another sound under the blight's usual song.
Stories say Warden sensed blight. I never thought it was literal.
It happens when you join the order. But that's more than I should say.
Boğazımdan çıkıyor
When
saçlarım.
we met, you tried to block the sound out. Now you hear too much.
If it helps, that's what we're here for.
Become a warden, hear the blight. Kind of a bad trade. The lords just throw a party.
The wardens throw parties. Sometimes. Sometimes they're even fun.
I'd like to see that. So, what's the plan?
We heard rumors of the surge here and volunteered to investigate. The first warden expects a report. Soon.
If we want proof the blight's changed, then this place is where to find it.
But the way the Blight left the village...
Anneciğim
we've got our
ağzımdaki
hands full
sakız
just
yemek
keeping
değil.
it back and helping the sick.
You need more to study.
Yes. The odd growths the blight has formed, like boils. They surround Lavendel. I need more samples.
So you two study the blight?
Formally? No. Well, maybe. It depends on your definition.
We travel a lot, and tend to get sidetracked by weird problems.
Ne uğraştın
We knew
onunla
at
be?
home so far for Morlaix. If we want to help, we need to learn what we're dealing with.
I'll see what I can do. This place is lucky to have you.
Trying to make us like you?
Is it working?
I'm not complaining. I'll give you something to contain the blight. Oh, and watch for darkspawn.
Merak
Can't sing
etme.
our praises if you're
Gördüm.
dead.
Good point. See you soon.
2 dakikada gömdüler beni ya.
Need something?
Yok, bir şeye ihtiyacım yok. Sadece şunu aldım. Alacağım, gideceğim. Bir dakika. Bak, bunu açtık, tamam. Hadi gidelim. Hadi gidelim karakola, merkeze. Burayı da açtık. Hop.
All right, let's find those boil samples.
You've been to the farmlands. There's a family, Voss. I'm close with them, with Ursa. They spoke of the Blight. The Blight, before all of this happened. They knew. But if they knew, why aren't they here?
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Burada değiller. Söylemişlerdir yani. Bunun basit bir açıklaması neyse.
Lavendel
Haber.
Village. Whatever happened here looks like Demeter's crossing.
But there are survivors.
Duygusuz insan değilim ben. Oğlum. Aa! Oğlum adam canı acıyor lan. Bir uyuştur, bir şey yapın. Bir doktor yok mu? Doktor. Lan. Aa.
Are you all right?
Bana sorma pardon. I'm not.
Are you here to help Lavendel? I'm Bastion. There's more out there than Blight. You must be careful.
Of what?
Değilim ama neyse
I
yardım
heard
ederiz,
something
sıkıntı
from
yok.
up at Gaspin Manor while I was escaping here. The place has been abandoned for years. They say the Lord had some cursed treasure. One day he just disappeared. Could the Blight awaken a curse? If it draws evil here, the treasure's up there somewhere. It should have been destroyed.
Tamam. Bakarız çaresine.
Wouldn't be surprised if damage from the blight stirred something up.
Grab the treasure, break whatever curse is on it. Done.
Ah senden bir şey alamıyoruz.
Thanks for
Almayalım
dropping
baba.
by.
There. That's our blight boil. Got a sample. Guessing they'll need more than one.
Of course they will.
Fine.
Not half bad.
Got the sample.
Mierda.
Allah'ım.
Dog sport. Everyone ready? Everyone all right?
They die like anything else.
Champion, stay ready.
Ha.
Got it.
The Meras Crossing. Now this. If this is a window into what the gods can do with the blight.
Dur hazır buradayken şunu da halledelim arkadaşlar da. Kaç.
Trouble coming.
Hop. Bir dakika. Oğlum. Bir dakika. Tamam. Bu. Niye olmuyor? Allah. Wow. Bak. Oğlum sakin ol lan. Amanın. Uy. Bir de bu. Kardeş, sakin ol. Yok artık. Hoppa. Senin şu an hazır olman. Allah kahretsin. Sen bana can bak.
We need to close it.
Dur! Ay senin Allah kahretsin ya. Kanka görebilir miyim ölümü?
End it now.
Bunu mu diyeceğim? Allah kahretsin. Ah! Çok güzel.
Understood.
Ah! Manyağın oğlu. Allah. Oh! Lan!
Clearing the way one champion at a time.
Evet, estağfurullah.
Everybody good?
Galiba iyiyiz ya. Galiba ama emin değilim.
This'll open the way.
Trouble coming our way.
Ne oldu? Kim geliyor? Kim geliyor? Kim geliyor lan? Hani? Oyun bug'a girdi galiba.
Digging over the same areas. What was he searching for?
Stupid way to dig if you really want to find something.
Allah. Patlayacak.
This was farmland.
And houses. People used to live here.
Check out the ballista. Could be useful.
Nice.
Bakalım.
Targets ahead.
Hani nerede? Ha. W'ye basıyorum ya. Neyse hadi size halledin bunu.
The blight boils made it mad.
Bu niye basmıyor? Oğlum niye olmuyor? Allah Allah. Olmaması da tuhaf. Lan! Allah kahretmesin. Tamam. Gerçekten mi?
On the right side.
Abi tamam. Nice work mü? Ya başlayacağım ha. Ver şunu. Başlarım senin şarap şarkına.
Okay. Chakra to Ebra.
And another sample.
That must be enough samples.
Yeah. Let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
Döneceğiz bir dakika ama. Şuradaki işlerimizi bir bitirelim de. Buraya bir daha gelir miyiz bilmiyorum. Hazır gelmişken hepsini bir toparlayalım.
Signs of a family that disappeared.
They might have left more behind.
They knew the blight was coming. But how? And what went wrong after?
Buraya bakayım. Burada bir tane daha vardı sanki. Ha.
Get ready to fight.
A well? Well. An echo? Whatever this echo was in the well, I think it possessed them. The more people go near it, the more it gets in their minds.
It offered a way out, then kept them in place. Was it all a game?
That journal mentioned clearing boards from the well. Sealed away once. Whatever's down there, whatever you did to those people, I won't let you do it again. We're sealing the well. Sealing. It's done. No more echo. For now.
Let's go.
Patlamadı mı? Bakayım burada başka var mı? Şöyle. Oh, burada var. Yo. Yaptıklarımın herhalde şeyi o. Devam.
The Voss family? Did you find anything?
There was something in the well. It got to them.
But we aren't supposed to listen. The stories. But it was sealed.
We sealed it again.
When it's safe to go back, I'll bury it even deeper for Ursa. Thank you for letting me know.
Need something?
Şunları alayım. Şu an bir şeye ihtiyacım yok. Tamam. Biz geldik.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the Warden records. And I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the blight.
I can't hear anything. But if you believe me...
We knew things were bad. But if the blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two reign, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First Warden...
Stay away from the Blight and the Wardens. How many times must you be told?
Until you listen, I'll be here.
Not helping. Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. He's telling the truth. The blight has changed, and that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
Why listen to the experts? You've clearly got this handled.
That's enough from you. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons control blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus.
Oğlum
Wardens
zaten
Edgar and Antoine,
odağı
are you sworn to
kaybetmiyorum
combat the
ki.
blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weishaupt and do so.
Senin Allah belanı versin lan.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
It's my fault you're in trouble.
He's never really liked us.
So much for convincing the Wardens.
We can't give you the order, but you have us.
We'll keep tracking the Darkspawn and the Blight. We'll do what we can.
And if we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
The elven god of monsters had been hard at work. She'd taken the Darkspawn and made them so much worse. Now, she and Elgar'nan had their glorious new army. The risen gods were ready. And they had just the target.
We should take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit. You need to head back to Weishaupt.
Soon. We can risk a small delay before we're missed.
We'll continue helping here for a while, and help you on the way if we can.
Tamam gençler sakin olun. Alt tarafı bir space'e basmıyor yanlışlıkla. Eski halimize dönebilir miyiz? Hadi. Ha? Evet ha. Evet arkadaşlar, bir toplantı düzenleyelim.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except me, seems like. Guess the First Warden didn't like me joining your team.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an Archdemon with them.
Ne kadar uzakta?
How long do we have?
A day, a week? Darkspawn are charging through the deep roads. Makes it hard to get an accurate idea of where they are.
Diyorum da orası neresi,
Rook,
oradan
if the gods
nereye
have an
varıyorlar
Archdemon,
bilmiyorum.
Warden lore says Archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Ne oldu? Ha. Gel bakalım. Solas'la konuşacağım. Bekle. Ya da bunu sonra koyalım. Konuşmam gereken insanlar varmış. Mış. Bir dakika. Bu ana görevden daha devam etmeden şöyle hemen yan şeyleri, konuşmaları bir yapalım. Ne oldu Emrik'cim? Söyle tatlım.
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
Görmesem olmuyor mu? İlla görmem mi gerekiyor yani onu? Neyse görürüz yani. Yapacak bir şey yok. Farklı şeyler de. Bu kadar şeyin arasında tabi. Bilemedim. Neyse Beler. Evet. Senle konuşacağız.
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did, sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Also that, it's kind of mean.
Just insult it right back. Assuming you know how to insult a spirit.
I've never thought about it. How would you do that? Emmerich might know. That is an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Genelde kendini beğenmiş. Pislik gibi.
Given our examples, I'd be kind of a demanding jerk.
Right! So, let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elgar'nan, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
Sorduğum soru o değildi.
The forgotten one?
I cannot say.
Good point. It came later.
What or who is a forgotten one?
The bad gods, or so we were taught, told never to speak their names. Elgar'nan, Ghilan'nain, they were the good ones that you could pray to. But now we know the truth about the Evanurus. So we don't know for sure what the forgotten ones were, I mean. They used to say Solus was one, so best case scenario, like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Archive, tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris, he will spare a thought for Fen-Harel.
Archive, tell me about the Evanuris.
A group of cowards, hiding behind their more powerful magic and superior numbers. Their jealousy of Anaris was palpable. Their war is unending, but Anaris will prevail.
You have a chance to learn more about your people. Go for it. Just be careful, and try not to break anything.
Right. Thanks, Rook.
All thanks must be given to Anaris, for he will cast down the oppressive Evanuris and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
Başka kimle? Taş. O herkesle neredeyse konuşuyoruz ya. Taşla konuş. Taş. Sonra böyle aşağı ineriz. Ya ben elimle gösteriyorum ama.
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them?
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Antoine with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
What'd she say?
Tasha's mother said that Tash acted more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
Yok öyle yazmayacağım.
This isn't about the dress, is it?
No, it's... I don't know. She always says stuff like that. About how I dress, how I act.
And?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
Yardım etmek için buradayız ya.
If you don't want to talk about it anymore, we won't. But whatever this is, this team is here for you.
I still don't know what this is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at. I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
Ah. Aha.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Well, you get high marks for effort.
He's toying with me. So what brings you by?
Just curious, really. Wondering what it's like being a Grey Warden. They've always been these legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, you can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the Blight.
Has your first warden always been, well...
a stubborn bastard?
One way of putting it.
He means well in his own way. He's old-fashioned. Tradition is everything. Keeps us disciplined. We never deviate from it.
Eski kafalıysa tanrıları da
Elgar'nan
kabul ediyor olması lazım. Eski sonuçta onlar da ama ne?
The man doesn't have much imagination. Even the right sort can be the wrong sort.
And just how wrong are the wrong sort?
Thieves, brigands, pirates, and the odd murderer now and then.
Sounds fun. Right up to the murdering.
At least now they're murdering Darkspawn.
I heard about Weishaupt. Never been there.
It's a giant fortress and home of the Grey Wardens. It's been standing for as long as anyone remembers. At least since the first Blight.
Does it have floating buildings like the lighthouse?
No, but things float up from the latrines.
Huh. Fun bunch you hang out with.
The wrong sort have their charm.
Yani şimdi Warden's'lara katılırdım ama birinci müdür olmadığı sürece. Çünkü onunla çok güzel kavga ederdim yani.
It would be, but the food's always cold, and Weishaupt's drafty in the winter.
Are you really selling it?
It gets better. When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
Aslında suçlular suçludur ya. Yani bu...
Once a thief, always a thief.
Yeah? Is that experience talking?
I'm just saying I'd watch my back if I was a warden.
When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kinda like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden. Has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you
Burayı
around.
niye çevirmediniz lan? Bir de konuşabilsem. Burayı niye çevirmediniz lan diyecektim. Çevirmemişler. Bu hediye veriyoruz.
Good taste.
Arkadaşlar şimdi Solas'la konuşmayacağım. Aslında onun ben Allah neyse. Harding. Ne oldu Harding'cim söyle. Söyle bebe.
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
The Shaperate didn't like me asking about Shaper Valta. Or harassing people with talk of dwarven magic.
Wish we had time to head down there and show them what you can do.
I don't think that would have helped.
But think how satisfying it would be.
Yeah. What's satisfying about being thrown in a Deep Roads prison? Orzammar takes its heritage very seriously.
So, what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Huh?
There is another great tide, the original capital of the dwarves, Kalsharak. It was lost during the First Blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds of years. They re-emerged, some 20 years ago?
And you think they're closer to the stone?
Orzammar can't help. What have I got to lose?
I'm curious about Kalsharak's isolation.
The dwarves took heavy losses during the First Blight. To stop the Darkspawn from overrunning them, they closed off passages in the deep roads. Those that could retreated to Orzammar. Kalsharak was lost. They abandoned the city and its people, sealed them away with the Darkspawn.
They had to. Lose a Tig or lose everyone.
Children, families. It's unforgivable.
Sometimes people have to do unforgivable things.
You've heard, haven't you, that the Kalsharak dwarves were forced to change in order to survive. No one's really sure what that means exactly.
When we find them, you can ask. Are you sure Orzammar isn't hiding something?
Pressing them for information would be tricky. I could anger someone important. If Kalsharak doesn't turn out, I can go back to poking at Orzammar. But not before then.
How do we get in touch with these Kalsharak dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Salas'la konuşayım.
Abundance.
Ben yürüyecek zannettim.
How fares your battle?
The gods are moving against Weishaupt and the Grey Wardens. We've heard rumors the Darkspawn are being led by an archdemon.
And you have questions?
I need to know how archdemons relate to the gods. Are they just like the blighted dragons, or are they something else? I also need to know how to deal with the gods if they show up at Weishaupt.
I propose a bargain. I will answer your question if you answer mine.
What?
How are the Grey Wardens? Do they understand the truth of the danger yet?
We've been through this already. You agreed to help me.
What did you think my help would look like, Rook? I need to know that you are prepared.
You know I could just lie to you, right?
Indeed. But the truth is merely recalled, while a lie must be constructed. Knowing you would expend the effort to construct that lie rather than answer truthfully would tell me a great deal.
The First Warden refuses to listen.
As I feared.
I tried diplomacy, I tried being firm. Nothing worked.
When I asked why you should be trusted to lead the fight, you denied that you were even the leader. That sufficed for me. but the Grey Wardens believe in dedication and authority. They already see themselves as the perfect choice to fight the Darkspawn. You cannot defeat Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain without the Wardens. What will you do to bring them to your side?
All I can really do is keep trying to get through to them.
Have you ever ridden home in a wagon and felt the streets go from paved to dirt beneath the wheels? The horse is slow, and everything grows quiet as you're near home. What do you call that feeling?
I don't really have a word for it.
No, you do not. Elgar'nan destroyed that emotion. He burned it from the mind of every living being. There were spirits of that feeling, just as there are spirits of joy, or fear, or despair. I begged them to fight.
What happened to them?
They waited too long. Without the emotion in this world to focus on, they faded until
Ya
nothing
sen
remained.
nasıl bir
When you
adamsın?
grow quiet, it is a part of your soul reaching for a feeling and finding emptiness. Because I fail.
I understand. I'm not going to fail.
How? What will you do?
Whatever it takes.
Easily said. But it will have to be enough for now. You have answered my question, and I owe you an answer in return.
Yes, the old gods of Tevinter, the archdemons.
There never were Tevinter gods. The archdemons, as you call them, were always merely the weapons of the Evanuris.
All right. Let's hope we can find the gods before they find their weapons.
Unfortunately, the Dragon Thrall's life force is bound to the Evanuris as both power and protection. You will not be able to kill or likely even harm one of the Evanuris until their Dragon Thrall is slain.
The old stories of the Tevinter gods have them whispering in the dreams of ancient magisters. How did they do that if they were just tools of the elven gods?
The archdemons were once high dragons. The Evanuris bound them as a source of power. When I imprisoned the gods, their dragons remained free. That was my mistake.
How so?
I never bound a dragon to myself, for I believed that to enslave another creature was immoral. As such, I did not understand the power that connection gave. I thought the prison I had made was perfect. But their dragons were the conduit through which they spoke to dreaming minds.
What can you tell me about the archdemons themselves?
Each is different, shaped by the whims and ego of its master. Elgar'nan is the Lord of Tyranny. He would have ruled alone had Nathor not forced him to share power. Those who are strong, he molds into dictators themselves, with visions of godhood. Those who are weak, he crushes. His archdemon reflects him. It is huge to feed his ego, the epitome of dragonkind, bent to his will.
Damn. Tell me what you really think of the guy.
He is cruelty and arrogance personified. All of the Evanuris were flawed, but he made all of them worse. By contrast, Ghilan'nain was a servant of Andrew, whose skill at making monsters earned her promotion to the Evanuris. She is brilliant, ambitious, and unconstrained by anything you would understand as morality. In a kinder world, you would never need to see what she has done to her archdemon. In this world, I only hope you kill it quickly. In any event, the Evanuris will not be vulnerable until their archdemons are dead.
It says a lot about these talks that kill an archdemon is the easy part.
It will not be easy. But you are this world's only hope. I would not suggest this path if I did not believe you could succeed.
Başka yolu...
The god of lies believes in me.
Even with their dragons dead, the Evanuris are powerful and well protected. You will need to use my dagger, the one you recovered. It can pierce their enchantments and strike them down.
All right. Kill the archdemons, then use the dagger to take down the gods.
Even a single opportunity to strike the Evanuris down will be rare, fleeting, and costly. You will not have another chance to catch them unawares. When
İçimden
you
bir şey
strike,
söylemediği
you
şeyler
must
var
be
diyor
fully
ama
prepared.
neyse. Aa, bir dakika. Bir elbiselerimize bakalım. Bu ne? Kaydetti. Bir dakika, zırh görüntüsünü mü değiştirsem bilemedim ki. Neyse, böyle yapalım, olmadı. Tabii, geri gel. Hı. Canım sıkılırsa değiştiririm.
You cannot do this, Elgar'nan. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dread Wolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Anyone see anything in that memory we can use?
Elgar'nan was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elgar'nan's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgar'nan over him. A betrayal.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elgar'nan call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elgar'nan instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elgar'nan did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regret. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Şimdi bunu değil. Buna geçeceğiz ama bir dahakine.